Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses, and this video is about meditation and how to meditate. Almost every video, I would have to say a good 80% of my videos, when it comes to the self-help, I always encourage you and instruct you to meditate. But a lot of people, I was watching a video, that interview with Kevin Gates when he was on Big Boy's radio station, and the chick was like, the chick basically told him, Kevin Gates, that she didn't know how to meditate, and that's very common. Now, like I said in my last video, progress not perfection. You don't have to be able to meditate for fucking an hour and be into it and know what you're doing. Of course, there's baby steps. If you can't sit down and meditate for 5 minutes, that can be a big problem. And I don't want to hear the excuse of you having any chemical imbalances, ADHDs, or anything like that, because there's a trick for everybody. There's a magic pill for everybody when it comes to the meditation. My biggest piece of advice is, I am gonna give you some. It's good advice, but it's unhealthy. But just hear me out, and you don't necessarily have to go that route. But I'm going to tell you what works for me, and I'm going to tell you what works for everybody that I've known that was having this problem. First, of course, I smoke cigarettes. I don't recommend that anyone smoke cigarettes ever, but I usually come out to the porch, go to the backyard, and smoke a little cigarette, even if it's a piece of one, before I meditate. That's my pre-meditation meditation. Then I go in, then I meditate. First, actually, what you fail to realize is meditation, you do it unconsciously every day. Meditation is just focusing and thinking without speaking, thinking without acting on your thought. If something happens, or you're in the store and this person cuts you, and I know we've all had, not this exact situation, but situations similar to this, and you say, hey man, excuse me, you cut me, and he turns around and he says something like, so? Or, you got a whole cart, I got 3 things, so what? I'll be real quick. And you're just standing there looking that person in the eyes like, I want to spit on you, you son of a bitch, I'm a mother. And you're sitting there, you're not really acting, you're not balling up your fist, you're just sitting there with that. And you're thinking these negative thoughts, directing them towards that person, looking in their eyes. That's meditation. Meditation. It's just thinking. It's just focusing. So for you to say that you don't know how to meditate is ridiculous, and it's a big ass lie. You know what I mean? So another thing you can do. I don't really personally like guided meditations, but guided meditations help a lot of people. You can do moving meditations. That's number 3. Moving meditations is Tai Chi is a moving meditation. You are supposed to be in a meditative state when you're doing Tai Chi at its best. Tai Chi, Qigong, and I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that it's. You don't have to know fucking Tai Chi. You don't have to be a master at it. You don't have to take any classes. You can YouTube this shit. You don't even have to do that. Tai Chi is literally just doing like this. You can do like that. Move around a little bit. I kind of want to show you, but moving around, doing like this. Just think about doing this with your whole body. With your feet, with your legs, with your neck. when you lift your right leg up. Exhale when you put your right leg down. Slowly. Inhale when you put your left leg up. Exhale when you put your left leg down. Tai Chi is, I think it literally translates into slow movement or master of slow movement, something like that. Master of slow movement. I think, don't hold me to that. But it's literally just putting your breath in sync with your movements and moving slowly. Alright? So YouTube there, look at some Tai Chi postures and movements up on YouTube. So Tai Chi, you can do yoga. Yoga is a moving meditation. Sex is a moving meditation. Masturbation is a moving meditation. If you're walking down the street and you don't have your headphones on and you're thinking about how your day was, that is a moving meditation. You're not talking, you're not on the phone. Writing is a form of a moving meditation. So if it's hard for you to sit down and meditate consciously, those are some things that will help you. Next, if you get a picture, like if you've always wanted a Ferrari, or I'm gonna use the example of sex again because just whatever. You take your favorite porn star, for me that's Sarah J, print a picture out of her, or a dollar bill, put it on your wall, tape it on your wall, and just look at it. Breathe into that picture and breathe out and inhale what you get from that picture. Focus. If tits or money is that important to you, titties, booty, pussy, money, a picture of some fucking weed, pussy, money, weed, whatever, choose one of those. If those are that important in your life, then it should be really easy for you to focus on that. Sitting down, thinking only of that. You don't have to clear your mind. You don't have to be in this Zen state necessarily. You don't have to close your eyes and see that bright light, the universal mind in your vision. But you do have to be engaged and being present while working a piece of your mind, not all of it. Another thing is, what I like to do when I want to meditate on an image, I shush myself. I'm having all these thoughts. I got songs popping in my head, thinking about rent, bills. What if the baby wakes up in 5 minutes? Shh. Because that sound, we've all been shushed before. And it catches your attention. Subconsciously, it catches your attention. You go, shh, boom. That helps for me. Directing that boom towards what you're looking at, shushing yourself, boom, and looking at that image. Clapping your hands, rubbing your hands together while shushing yourself, that works awesome. A tip I can give you is to focus on your breath, because obviously you have to breathe, but you can do these breathing exercises. You can look them up. I'm gonna give you 2. You can roll your tongue and listen to that sound. Listen to it's called a yogic breath. YOGIC breath. That's one. Another one is called the breath of fire. No, it's called the serpent's tongue. I'm so sorry. I should have did research on these things before I told you. But what you do is you put your tongue lightly at the top of your mouth and inhale and exhale. So you make that sound. And you're supposed to expand your stomach when you inhale and compress it when you exhale. But if you don't want to do that, that's a little bit more advanced as far as you just starting out, figuring out how to meditate. Listen to your breath You can listen to music. I would recommend songs that you don't know, or just instrumentals. Maybe classical music or music that won't distract you too much. As far as you saying, that sounds divine. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be putting too much thought into that music unless you are trying to meditate on that music. Alright? Next would be, if you masturbate before you meditate, you might not have the motivation to meditate anymore. But if you have too much stress, too much sexual energy built up, or too many distractions mentally, sex can be very distracting if you have too many sexual fluids or you have too much sexual tension inside you from the day. Me, I work around a whole bunch of females. So sometimes when I meditate, it's hard because I have, not built up in me. All these damn ass, titties, ass. That contributes to my mental bank. So, I don't have to jack off before I meditate. But for some people, that might be the case if you work retail, especially, but that cleaning, if you make sure everything's in a row, everything's taken care of, making sure all your bills are paid, making sure that nothing's gonna pop up in your head when you're trying to meditate, that helps too. You know what I mean? Maybe talking to somebody on the phone, talking to somebody that's a little stressful, talking to somebody that is goofy, somebody that can relieve stress or give you stress to relieve with your meditation. Eating healthy foods, watching anything spiritual, watching things with people who have superpowers, X-Men, Dragon Ball Z, of course, Avatar, The Last Airbender, or Korra, that's what inspires me to meditate. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be fucking Goku. I'm gonna be out here airbending like Aang. And the only way I can do that is if I start meditating. I can master my mind, master these elements, unite the elements, unite the Fire Nation again. You know what I mean? That shit, it's kind of like being a little kid. That shit makes me want to meditate. Watching kung fu movies, or listening to anything spiritual. Listening to anybody speak spiritually, like Ram Hotep, 13 Cosmic Law, Teal Swan sometimes, Manitya Sudhavi, Swamiji, Manityananda. That will help you. Yeah, I gave you a lot of tips, probably more than 11. So we're just gonna call this 11 great tips to help you meditate. But that's it. It's AaroniMoses, man. Socialize with me. You got my Instagram, you got my Twitter. It's in the description. If you don't, it's at DNAYES4. Those are my Instagram and Twitter usernames. My Facebook is facebook.com/DATDODEA1. My Snapchat's ATownland404. And that's it, man. You the bang, I'm the bang, we the bang together. Peace.